Welcome to the Gospel Road. Isaiah 40, we're going to look at today. It says, "Comfort, comfort my people, says your God. Speak tenderly to Jerusalem and cry to her that her warfare is ended, that her iniquity is pardoned, that she received from the Lord's hand double for all her sins. A voice cries in the wilderness, prepare the way of the Lord, make straight in the desert a highway for our God. Every valley shall be lifted up, and every mountain and hill made low. And that even ground shall become level, and the rough places a plain, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. For the mouth of the Lord has spoken. A voice says, cry. And I said, what shall I cry? All flesh is grass, and all its beauty is like the flower of the field. The grass withers, the flower fades when the breath of the Lord blows on it. Surely the people are grass. The grass withers, the flower fades, but the word of our God will stand forever. Go on up to the high mountain, O Zion, herald of good news. Lift up your voice with strength, O Jerusalem, herald of good news. Lift it up, fear not. Say to the cities of Judah, behold your God. Behold, the Lord God comes with might, and his arm rules for him. Behold, his reward is with him, and his recompense before him. He will tend his flock like a shepherd. He will gather the lambs in his arms. He will carry them in his bosom, and gently lead those that are with young. Who has measured the waters in the hollow of his hand, and marked off the heavens with a span, enclosed the dust of the earth in a measure, and weighed the mountains in scales and the hills in a balance? Who has measured the spirit of the Lord or what man shows him his counsel? Whom did he consult? And who made him understand? Who taught him the path of justice and taught him knowledge and showed him the way of understanding? Behold, the nations are like a drop from a bucket, and are accounted as the dust of the scales. Behold, he takes up the coastlands like fine dust. Lebanon would not suffice for fuel, nor are its beasts enough for a burnt offering. All the nations are as nothing before him. They are accounted by him, are less than nothing in emptiness. To whom then will you liken God? Or what likeness compared with him? An idol? A craftsman casts it. A goldsmith overlays it with gold and casts it for its silver chains. He who is impoverished for an offering chooses wood that will not rot. He seeks out a skillful craftsman to set up an idol that will not move. Do you not know? Do you not hear? Has it not been told you from the beginning? Have you not understood from the foundations of the earth? It is he who sits above the circle of the earth, and its inhabitants are like grasshoppers, who stretches out the heavens like a curtain, and spreads them like a tent to dwell in, who brings princes to nothing, and makes the rulers of the earth as emptiness. Scarcely as they planted, scarcely sown, scarcely has their stem taken root in the earth, who blows on them, and they wither, and the tempest carries them off like stubble. To whom then will you compare me, that I should be like him, says the Holy One? Lift up your eyes on high and see who creates these. He who brings out their host by number, calling them by name, by the greatness of his might. And because he is strong in power, no one is missing. Why do you say, O Jacob, and speak, O Israel. My way is hidden from the Lord, and my right is disregarded by my God. Have you not known? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the earth, the ends of the earth. He does not faint or grow weary. His understanding is unsearchable. He gives power to the faint, and to him he has no might. He increases strength. Even youth shall faint and be weary, and young men shall fall exhausted. But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Isaiah 40. That's what we're looking at today. As always, lots of pieces in here to look at. But we're going to look at that last one. It says that he who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. How are you when it comes to strength? Are you taking that time to relax? There was something I was reading this week about how sleep and relaxing are two different things. So just because you are sleeping does not mean you're relaxed. Just because you're taking time out for yourself, that in your mind you're not actually relaxing. You're not separating yourself. You are not putting things away to disconnect to what is going on. You know, how many times are we to the point that we are running, and we're running so much, walking so much, that we are faint, we're weary, we're tired, we just want it to stop, we just need a break. You know, we see that a lot. We've seen that a lot over the years, since the beginning. And we need to have that time to be able to recharge, to renew our strength. Because otherwise we're going to completely wear ourselves out, and we could be killing ourselves. We could be, doing things to our bodies that shouldn't be happening. These are things that we need to really be conscious about. Things that I get yelled at all the time because I'm not the best at it. At a point in my life, possibly, but not right now. It's just so many things going on, so much on my plate, so much that I'm dealing with, that I'm just not doing it like I used to. Not as easy to just disconnect like it used to be. Not as easy to just get away like it used to be. We all need that. I mean, we read through history of how people worked so hard. Going back to biblical times and the building of the pyramids and just the other things that they did, the slaves as they were, the workers that they had. Fast forward to here in America and the coal mines, working 10, 15, 16 hours a day. Basically slaves. How they were pushing them and forcing them to work. And never gaining anything, never going anywhere. Working for your allotment at the store for what you needed, but you never really made enough to cover everything you needed. So you always owed. There's a song. I always find that. There's always a song. Tennessee Ernie Ford 16 tons. You know, I owe my soul to the company store. Do you feel like that? That you owe your soul to the company store? No matter what you do, you can't just step away and get away from it because they are such drivers. And sometimes it can be slave drivers. They're just pushing you so hard and they're expecting so much out of you. And it doesn't matter what you do, it is never good enough. Or no matter how much you get done, you never seem to have it done. Because there's always that one more thing, 2 more things, 10 more things. You know, as soon as something stops, there's no chance to breathe because now, boom, they're dumping something else on top of you that you need to get taken care of. You know, these are why things needed to change, because of how they were driving the workers to the point of death. Because, again, they weren't working 8-hour days. 10, 12, 14, 16-hour days. The building of the railroads, same thing. They were treating them as slaves, not workers. Expecting them to get everything done and to just keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. No matter where you look in history, there is so much darkness because of how we have treated one another, because of how we have been, the lack of respect, the lack of care, the lack of anything for our fellow human. You know, where is that love? Now, there's some people we're seeing better now, and even over through history, there's some that did take care of their workers. But that's not a majority. You have so many that are dealing with greed or wanting to get things done that all they can see is what they're going to get in the end, and you need to get it done so they can make their money. Greed is what makes the world go round. The love of money, power, prestige. Not love for your neighbor. Not love for God. Certainly not love for yourself. We need to be able to do the best that we can, so we can be the best that we can. Being better today than I was yesterday. Being better tomorrow than I am today. Taking that break to be able to renew our strength, to be able to get that rest that we need to continue to keep moving forward, to be able to do what our purpose is, to be able to be who we are meant to be, to fill our piece in that puzzle. Because we all have a place. We all have something that we need to be doing. We need to be able to help others as they need to be helped. You know, it's not an age thing. Because even the young can feel faint and weary and become exhausted. And I know when we were younger, we push hard because I remember what it was like for me and what I did and the hours that I put in. And there were times I was tired, but at some point, it was almost like I was smarter then, which is weird to say because you're never smarter when you're younger, because then when I was tired, I went to bed. I'm getting to that point again, but it got to a point that I was just pushing myself so hard that even if I was tired, I kept pushing. And there's still times today that I'm like that. I remember when I was younger, I would just lay down and I could rest. I could sleep. As I'm getting older and I go to lay down, I'm not able to. In fact, I remember taking naps when I was a kid, and I'm not even able to take them now. Yet I have friends that do it all the time, but my brain is not shutting down enough to be able to do that. There's one more thing I got to get done. I try to do my best, and I feel like every day I fail. I feel like I'm not doing my best. I feel like I'm not worth anything to anyone that I'm helping, because I just feel that it's just an ongoing process and never succeeding at anything. This past week I got hit hard on Friday. Been a while that I had a headache like that. And I remember back over times that I used to get migraines at least once a week. And hard ones, dilapidating migraines. Ones that I would actually go home over the lunch hour and lay down and then go back to work just to finish the day. But it was every week. Once a week I had those. So the only answer I ever could get is that they were stress related because of work. Then, because it only happened whenever I had a full-time job, which is crazy. Now, since I've got this full-time job, it's not happened to me like it did back then. Thank goodness. Thank the Lord. But I still get them occasionally now. But again, it's been a while. Friday I woke up, I had a headache. Usually, once I get moving and have coffee, I'm okay. But no, that one just came in. It came in hard. And it would not lighten up. The nausea that came with it, the lack of strength. Even picking up my phone. No, it was too heavy. I had no strength. I had to do whatever I could just to try and relax enough, because I still had stuff to do. My day wasn't finished. And I got through it, and finally got home. But it just reminds you of where you can get taken down if you're not taking that break. You're not sure when, you're not sure why, you're not sure how. One thing I always remember growing up is they're saying if you're not taking a break, God will give you a break. If you would like it or not. Not sure how true that is, but I'm sure He will always give us a gentle reminder. Sometimes I'm not sure how gentle, of how we need to take care of ourselves. Again, it's being healthy. Body, mind, and soul. 360 degrees of health. Taking care of ourselves. So we're able to do what we are called to do. So we are able to fulfill the plan that has been made for our lives, the purpose that we have. Isaiah 40. It's what we looked at today. How does it help you? How can you apply it to be that better person, to be better professionally, to be better personally, to be that best person that you can be for others, to help them, to encourage them, to lift them up, to be the best that they can be, as you are being the best that you can be. Take a break. Rest. Relax. Disconnect. Isaiah 40. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this, you can always share it on social media so others can find it, as well as giving a rating on your favorite platform that you were listening. Always appreciate those, as well as finding me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, MySpace, YouTube, My Buddy Jimmy. I don't know, I probably still have a MySpace floating out there somewhere. I don't even remember what it is. Oh my, how things have changed in so many ways, and they continually change. You can also find me at mybuddyjimmy.com. Find my other podcasts and little things that I do. Hopefully I'll be getting the Word of the Days back up and running again this week. I haven't done them for the week and a half. I've been covering for vacation and just, again, no time. This week, I know I do have some things coming up with the Iowa State Fair, their food fight. That should be fun. I'm even going to be judging the Iowa State Fair parade. That should be fun, too. That's just a couple weeks away, actually. Not that long away. Where's the summer going? It's melting. That's where it is. It's melting away quicker than we can catch up. That's because it's hot and humid this year. It's crazy. Which, if it's this hot and humid now, it kind of scares me what it's going to be like during the fair, when it's really usually the heat that we're getting. Because I know this next week it's going to be hot in the 90s. But we've been like that for about the past month anyway, give or take, depending on the week. Yeah. Looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. It always is. So you can, again, find so many things, different things that I do. I know that the food fight on Tuesday is going to be a Facebook Live event, so I'll try and get on and get that event shared so anybody can watch and share with it too. But, thank you for listening to The Gospel Road. Have a great day. God bless.
Spinal adjustments provided by Dr. Chad Rolfson. The Spinal Tuning Chiropractic Center is a Des Moines area low flat fee per month unlimited chiropractic care practice. When life happens, just adjust. Schedule today at spinaltuning.com.
If you're looking for help with software, app, web development, be sure to check out my friends at ingenuitycompany.com. They believe in their clients. Software development, app development, web development, visioning, design thinking, diagramming, organizational development, strategy. They can help you at the Ingenuity Company. Find out more at ingenuitycompany.com. Barbecue provided by Kenny's Rib Wagon, catering ribs for your pleasure and serving daily at Plaza Pub, 62nd and Douglas in Des Moines, across from Merle Hay Mall. Find Kenny's Rib Wagon on Facebook.
The Jimmy Olsen Radio Network.